peace. I've been blessed to live a bit of life. And what I have discovered in the diligence, in the fullness of presence, in the willingness to have presence for this fullness of life, is that it will always be more beautiful, but that it will always be difficult. And that is a good thing. It is a good thing for it to be difficult, and that there is beauty in this, and that this is difficult. And we are always crafting such a thing as a world to live in. And we will have to choose. We will have to choose amidst our failures, amidst our flaws. We will have to choose for this to be beautiful, amidst this, in company to this, that this is difficult, that it is hard simply to be, but that it is ease as well, that there is beauty in it. It is a bit of a contradiction I have found of my own being. Rest is exceptionally difficult for me. I will be preferring to be hard at work at something. And that is my task as well, is to find ease in peace, to have rest in it, and to know that that difficulty will allow me strength. And the difficulty that I find to be beautiful, in the conflict, in the confrontation with these parts of myself, in the parts of your being, that we are continually encountering ourselves in each other. And to find that is beauty, though it may be difficult, and though it may be conflict, to also allow it to be peaceful, that we can be both of these things to each other, that we can be a place to rest and a place to find each other and ourselves in conflict, to grow from, to learn from. And whenever we look inside of ourselves, we all have this sort of a human condition. It is unique in each their own, but we all have this sort of human condition, and that we find ourselves to be inadequate, that we find ourselves to be unworthy of something that is true within you, of something that is life, of something that is love. And it is blessed for us to face this and to recognize within ourselves, not to condemn our being and each other, but to find ourselves in each other to be this salvation, to be this beauty amidst what is difficult, to bring that out of ourselves. And perhaps we are not all the hero on the hill. Perhaps we are not the sunrise on a new day. Perhaps we are facing fear. Perhaps there are parts of our being at times that are corrupted, and that we must face honestly that truth to transform and to change it, to be what is salvation to one another. And His blessing is beautiful in this way, that every common man can do this. And in truth, no man is common. Merely to be is profound. But in the context of our conversation, perhaps the world that you are witnessing and everything that is surrounding you, and your belief of your own being, which validates this, which allows it to be, which facilitates it to be, which grants life to it, we find it to be such a thing, that we are not this hero on the hill, that we are not empowered in our own nature. And it is the acceptance for that feeling and the determination to persevere through it, to accept what you feel of yourself, to know that you, in this moment, you are adequate, and that you will be greater in the next. That in this moment, you are enough, and that you will be greater than this. from that decision to accept of yourself, your flaws and your inadequacies, the feeling that you have that you are not enough, that you cannot be this great thing, this hero on the hill, this light upon a new day. And we do not know it. But through persevering through that, you are giving life to a new world in which wickedness does not have a life, but that innocence has been reclaimed, that love and truth are the king that reign, and that this is life within you, and that this has always been within you, that it has always been within you, and that you bring it out through this humility and this sacrifice, that you will let go of this inadequacy, that you will let go, you will sacrifice this belief that you are not enough, that you are not worthy for this love, for this truth, for this life that you are, and that will become this light on a new day, this hero on a hill. That you would witness it, you must be it. For you to have found this truth in your heart, in your eyes, as you are a witness, it must be you. You are a part of this grand unfolding. We all are. And that is blessed and that is beautiful. And that every man may be king in this. Life within you. Humility, sacrifice, that you will be made new. Rest, peace, conflict, perseverance, overcoming, and becoming this light of a new day. This world that we are together creating. And that you learn and that you grow to love yourself in such a way that you will not be abused by the supposed powers of this world, by those who would seek to control or corrupt you. This whisper in your ear that says you are not enough, that says you cannot be this thing, that will overcome, that will accept of yourself, that will have love, that will know God within you, and that will live in such a way that this empowers in all things the God within all, the life, the truth, the love within all. This sword, this shield, this peace, this conflict. What a beautiful thing to have a part in this. And for your part to be so significant that it is indeed what grants life, that grants peace through this conflict, that you have won the battle within. Here is your light on a new day. Here is your hero on the hill. It is within you. And for it to be external to you, for it to be represented external to you, it must be occurring within you. And that is the power that we all have, that every man that walks this earth has within their heart, a capability to develop in this way, and that it is your nature for it to be so. If we will only not submit to what is presented as the power in this world, something that would like to control and corrupt you, something that would ask you to abandon your nature, not to have a family, not to believe in love, not to have truth fall from your lips, not to speak, not to walk upright, not to have a heart, but to be small, to be complacent, to find shelter in comfort, rather than difficulty and confrontation, in true peace, true harmony, the nature within you. Not to submit to those external supposed powers, to these evils that are a parasite upon all life, but to recognize them is something that must be occurring within, and to win that battle within yourself, and to be a representation of this truth, to be embodied in your nature, the God within you, to be embodied within that. and for the world to witness it, for the world to know simply in the way that you are, in the being that you are, that you have overcome, that you have won the battle within, that you will not allow an abuse of yourself, and that you will not partake in an abuse of another, that you will walk upright, that you will speak the truth, and that you are willing to face contradiction and conflicts within yourself and in the world. That you have made such a thing of yourself, that truth is your motivation, and that this is life, and that you inherit this from what you have found of yourself within. This is something that we can all be, and here now is your victory, that you freely choose and embark upon this journey. Hero on the hill, light upon the new day. All wicked things meet an end, and here now in this moment, eternally, perpetually, life begins. Beautiful love and truth. Glory, grace, strength, thanks. Grateful God, that you are courage, strength, protection. With you. Peace.